Welcome back, everybody, to my last brain cell. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I hope that y'all had a great weekend because I know I did. For those of you who might have forgot, for those of you who don't remember, and I know those are synonymous for the same thing, but I don't care. I had a blast at Dreamcon. Dreamcon was fire. I definitely learned a lot just going as far as how to navigate a convention of that caliber for when I go in the future, because I will definitely be going in the future. But it was absolutely incredible seeing all the beautiful black people there being themselves, dressed in full cosplay. Some of the costumes, some of the outfits I saw, bananas, y'all. Like, it was insane. I will say my boy Luffy, One Piece in general, was very popular, but I definitely saw a lot of creative and amazing cosplays while I was out there, man. And it was a great time. I definitely want to break down for y'all, what kind of happened and things that I saw. I do have a video coming out. It should come out this weekend. I gotta edit it down still. I was very busy after DreamCon, during it and just getting things together. So I do have a video for you guys that will show you everything that I'm kind of talking about now. But yeah, man, it was amazing. I do obviously have a question of the day. But before I get into it, I do want to show you guys some of the crazy stuff that I got. I think I posted it to the Instagram, but I don't remember. I only had it in my story. But I bought a puzzle set, and I like to do puzzles, and I think, I did a puzzle for us already, and I thought it'd be cool to do another one. This one's gonna take some time, but check this out, y'all. This was one of the things that I was able to get from Dreamcon. It's 18 by 24 inches, 500 pieces, and look at the awesome, amazing art on there. It's by a guy named Oziaz the Virus, excuse me. Dog, his stuff is fire. All his art looks like this, but yeah, it's dope. And the other thing I got is these bad boys. Hold on, let's yeah. So these aren't like real Legos, right? There was a booth that was selling some Lego-like things, and I came up upon them and I saw one and I was like, yo, this looks fire. And the first one I saw was my boy Tony Stark here. Oh, my bad, you can't see his face. Yeah, my boy Tony Stark here, you feel me? But this is his endgame armor set. He's got his little shield. He's got the blast, or the energy absorption thing that he used with Thor. He got his sword. And then I started looking around because they were relatively cheap. Like, I got these it was 5 for $20. So basically buy 4, get the 5th one for free, you feel me? So I went looking around, and then I saw, you know what, I'm gonna save this one for later. That's the one we're gonna build today, actually. I saw my boy Gojo, and spoiler in 3, 2, 1. I saw this version of Gojo too, but he's got his red attack. I thought that was fire. My boy Zoro was there. I had to get a Zoro. And most of them have like 2 sides to their faces, which is really cool. Actually, I want to say all of them do except for Tony. I got Darth Vader because obviously got to get the king, you feel me? And I feel like this man's a prime villain. Another face for him. And obviously I got his lightsaber and stuff. Zoro, I had his swords. But the one we're going to build today, the one that I saw immediately after seeing Iron Man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Of course, he got another side to his face. The guy saw, I was actually wearing this shirt that day, and the guy saw me. He was like, I got some One Piece stuff over here. And I was like, nah, don't assume. Like, I'm trying to see what else you got from Marvel and stuff. He was like, oh, okay. But I'm glad he told me that, because then I saw this Luffy, and I was like, yeah, I gotta put this together. I got to put it together. So, anyway, y'all, like I said, I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. After we get through this question of the day and stuff, I'll get into DreamCon and whatnot. But question of the day. Question of the day is, have you guys ever been to a convention, actually? Like, has there been... Oh, no, excuse me. That's not the question I wanted to ask. I got distracted by DreamCon. Let me back up a bit as well. Man to man. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. That was hard to say. That was a tongue twister. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Man to man, this is the question of the day. How you doing? Are you okay? Do you have someone to talk to? Like, are your spirits up How are you doing? And if you're someone who's really, really close to me, I hope you know that you can always hit me up. Like, people know, like, you can hit me up. And I'm at a point now where I definitely feel more comfortable talking about my feelings to my friends, being like, yo, I gotta talk about this and the third. And I do it for my friends. They do it with me. You feel me? So, but like man to man, like, is your mental okay? Are you doing all right? Do you have a strong support system? Like, I know that I would almost 110% benefit from doing oh right, I keep getting distracted. From doing, what's what I'm looking for? Therapy. Like, I know that it would be something that probably be very, very helpful, right? I'm not comfortable yet talking to a stranger about like how I feel. Not yet. And I know it's probably the best person to talk about those things with, but I'm just not there yet. I'll get there, eventually, but right now, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, I hope, man to man, that you're doing okay. You feel me? Because you deserve to do okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, your mental is important too. You matter. You feel me? You matter. So keep that in mind. But yeah, man. I'll get into kind of what DreamCon was like. DreamCon was really fire, y'all. Like, I only went to one anime convention actually really recently, with my one friend who actually came with me to DreamCon, and it was all right. They had some cool stuff there. Obviously, it was pretty small being, not obviously, but it was pretty small being up here, and it stank in there. That was one of the, I think, most important parts for you guys to know, is that it stank in there. Like, people did not have enough or maybe any deodorant on, and it was bad news bears, y'all. You feel me? But this one was really cool. There was a lot of things going on. So, like, one of the things that I learned is that we need to, because my friends and I, we just really walked around because there was just so much. And I know we had seen everything, like, for the most part, all the days, but there was so much, and there were so many people, and there were so many events that it was like a little overwhelming to try to figure out like what we like wanted to do / should be doing, right? So we eventually kind of put it together, but we missed a lot of stuff just because we didn't really want to be waiting in the lines either. Like, that was, like, that was not something that any of us really wanted to be bothered with. You know what I mean? So a lot of the time we kind of just got out of the line and we just kept like walking around, and we were like, oh, we found new booths. Like, for example, on the very last day, we had been there for 2 days already, right? On the very last day, we walked by booths that we hadn't even seen. And we were like, how do we miss these? Because we were walking around, but apparently we weren't really paying attention, or we kind of all knew what we kind of wanted to do, right? But I think one of the best parts of the entire con, honestly, was when the last day, we sat in a panel, because for the most part, some people were leaving like before day 3, I guess, because they felt they saw everything. And kind of last minute, RDC, right? They announced like, yo, we got Riri Williams coming. And I was like, yo, we out. Me and my boys like, yo, let's go see Ironheart. Like, that was really fire. Like, she was really, really cool. Did I put his hands on wrong? Sure did. Yeah, she was really, really cool. Yeah, man, she's really cool. I learned a lot about her too. Like, first of all, she's from Flatbush, so that instantly made her dope. Yeah, that was probably the best news you could tell me. Yeah, that instantly made her extra dope. So yeah, man, that was dope. They had a lot of fire vendors there, and it was just awesome. Like, the cosplays I saw, Igris was there. Apparently there was an Eno that I didn't see, but Kenpachi was there from Bleach. Who else was there? Mad Luffy's, hella Zoros, like basically all the Straw Hats, like the Admirals from One Piece, like Kaiju number 8. Like, there were so many costumes and cosplays and things. Like, I can't even. I really want to give like a recap of DreamCon, but like I said, like, we know what we did do that was actually really fire. We attended a Pokemon LARPing event. My one friend was Ash Ketchum, and he was like, yo, like, I want to go do this Pokemon LARPing event. Yo. with the little straw hat in the back. He has other hands here, like his regular hands, but this looks way more action-packed, doesn't it? Fire. I was gonna build them all, but I should say I wasn't gonna build them all, but now I'm definitely gonna build one more. We're still talking about Dreamcon, just because I'm in the mood now for Dreamcon stuff. But yeah, I got so much dope stuff. So day one, actually, like my mind's jumping all over the place trying to remember everything. But like day one, I walked in and someone was like, "Yo, Luffy," and I turned around and it was a dude dressed in a Yugi, like an extra swagged out Yugi Moto like outfit. Like he looked crazy, dog. Like and that was like one of my like first impressions, if you would, right? Like there were mad costumes. There were hella costumes or cosplays, you feel me? But seeing him, like, because it was so much more original than anybody else's, I was like, oh, so this is what it's hitting for. Like, I don't think I really fathomed, like, what I was getting myself into. But yeah, y'all, it was such a great time. So I walk in and he says, yo, Luffy. And I turn around and he's like, yo, I got something for you. And I was like, yo, man, first of all, let's address the outfit. Like, what are you doing, brother? And I had seen him, and I think I said this to you guys. I went also with intentions on making content too, obviously. So like a lot of people were like live streaming and whatnot, but I did not have a care for that. So I just did like some interviews with people. So he was my first interview, right? And after the interview, yeah, he was like, yo, I still have something for you. I was like, yo, what's going on? So he goes into his book bag, yeah, and he starts pulling out mad posters. And I was like, yo, what is this? And he was like, yo, I drew these. And I was like, yo, these are fire. So he's going through them. Like he had a Scooby-Doo with Shaggy smoking a doobie. Like he had so much stuff. And then he brought this beast out. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look. Tell me that's not raw. I had to copy. He said, yo, $10. I was like, are you serious, brother? Say less. I got that with the quickness. Yeah, man. He's an artist. That was fire. It was my first impression. I was like, damn, this is what we're in for. Like, I'm just gonna be spending hella money here. Like once that happened, I instantly understood what I was in for. Yeah, I was like, it's all become so much clearer now. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all, it was such a good time. I got a couple of interviews. I was able to interview someone who you guys probably know on here, SS Blaze, he was really cool about it. Like he didn't really even hesitate. He just wanted to know like what question I was gonna ask him. And he was like, yo, that's a fire question. Like it was really cool. Like he wasn't. Yeah, it was dope. It was a good time, yo. And I highly recommend that anybody who has an interest in a con should save your chips for next year's Dreamcon, because it's going to be fire. Like I feel like they don't know anything but how to do fire stuff. Like it's gonna be a good time. Oh, his cape fell right off. So I definitely think that like if you're gonna do a con, or if you want to do a con, that's the con to do. But that's just in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? That's my humble opinion. I was going to do Zoro right now, but like I feel like I need to actually think about which sword is which. Oh, right? I'm actually having a hard time remembering which sword is which. Now, why does he have 3 hands? Oh, I guess that's in case he loses one. That makes a lot of sense, actually. And actually, I'll reverse his head. He don't need to be action-packed right now. He chilling. Luffy out fighting. He's like, all right, he got it. Do they all just go in here? No. Where do your swords go, bro? Yeah, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, I'm gonna put these away. And like I said, there's so much to happen. I tried so much good food. I ate really good over there. The video will come out this weekend. I promise it will, and it will. And I have a good surprise coming for you guys too. But yeah, man, a lot of good stuff coming. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Cards Against Humanity. Okay, let's see what level of madness we fall into today. What is George W. Bush thinking about right now? What is George W. Bush thinking about right now? Is it gonna, whoops, almost saw it. Is it gonna be A? It's facing the wrong way. Is it gonna be B? Or is it gonna be C? Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? All right. Probably grandma's last Christmas, kids. The penny whistle solo from My Heart Will Go On. Morgan Freeman's voice. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really think he'd be thinking about Morgan Freeman's voice right now. I bet you if anyone thinks their life is narrated by Morgan Freeman, it's almost definitely George W. Bush. He's right now, he's like, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. That's my answer. What would you guys have picked? Probably Grandma's Last Christmas, kids. The penny whistle solo from My Heart Will Go On, or Morgan Freeman's voice. Put it in the comments. And while you do that, I'll get the wheel of fun. Let's see what the wheel has for us today, shall we? Hey, shall we 2 times in a row? Shame on me. Ooh, the gym. So honestly, I mean, the gym has been really, really well. I posted progress pictures. Like I think I was very transparent with you guys, right? Like I failed 75 hard by all means, right? Like by the things I was supposed to do, I failed. But the things that I knew I needed to do, as far as like sharpen up my diet and keep with the gym, I continue to do those things, and I made a significant amount of progress. I'm about to start another 60-day challenge. That'll take me through like the beginning of August. And I'll see what the results are there. I'm gonna take pictures for that one. Like for this, from when 75 hard began to now, I can very clearly see I've been putting in work. Like my body looks like I put the work in. You feel me? Like not to sound cocky or crazy, but like from what I looked like to now, I can tell that like yeah, I was putting the work in. So now I just need to kind of continue and stay on that path. Like I ate really good while I was in Texas. You feel me? I went to a place, or I ordered some barbecue, which was all right. You feel me? I had some ribs, some brisket, and a sausage link. And I'll be honest, I'm not even a big fan of sausage, but I thought I'm in Texas, I should try it, thinking it'll have like some secret like ingredient taste. It really didn't. I didn't like that. The brisket was, it just tasted like wood. Like it tastes like it was not even attempted to be seasoned, whatever. But the ribs were good, and it was my first time having ribs. I made beef ribs before, but I never had pork ribs, and those ribs were really good. I had some mac and cheese and beans. Those were delicious. I went to a place called Voodoo Donuts. Huh. Fire. I never had such gigantic, tasty donuts before like that. Like there's some good donut spots out here in Buffalo and whatnot, but Voodoo Donuts. I had got something called. All the names were crazy. I got Old Dirty Bastard, the Butterfingerer, Mango Tango, the Voodoo Doll. Like I took a video of it, so like I'll put it in. Like I said, I'll have that for you guys later. But like I bought like I think I'm pretty sure half a dozen. I was like, I'm going. Like, ask my friends, like I'm going to order these donuts. Do y'all want anything? They were both like, one of my friends said, yeah. My friend was like, nah. And I was like, I bought something called churro cheesecake donut. It was churro like dough with like the cinnamon sugar on the outside, right? And then it had like dollops of like cheesecake stuff on the top, but it was actually filled in each of those spots. So like every other bite had like that cheesecake pop. I lost my shit. It was divine. A lot of those donuts were delicious. On the last day, I had one more left. I ate it for breakfast, but I couldn't finish it all because at that point I was like, I kind of had enough of all this sugar. Like I ate really good, but like I am also ready to kind of like get back to normal for the most part, which is actually, I think, now that I think about it, a really good sign, because typically I'd be like, I'm gonna keep eating worse, but now I'm like, no, I'm kind of ready to like let's get the ball going again. So that's exciting news for me. I'm proud of myself. But yeah, the gym. I went to the gym once while I was on vacation, just because I kept staying up late. Like me and my boys, we went out a couple of nights. We were up late, or we were just kicking it. We were up late, so I had intentions on going to the gym Friday and Saturday, knowing I was going to skip Sunday and Monday because Sunday was the last day. We were just going to chill, and Monday I was traveling. I didn't even end up going Saturday. I went Friday. I went to a crunch for the first time in forever. I pushed free weights for the first time in forever. Some things definitely felt heavier because I have been using Smith machines for so long. So I'm definitely ready to go touch some free weights again. And I decided too that for the gym, I need to go to a crunch at least once a week. Minimum. Just because the ability to use free weights is so different because I'm not relying on like or getting accustomed to the automatic gravity of the Smith machine. Like there's more pull and tug and balance that I have to have with free weights. So I'm really excited, and obviously heavier weight too. My Planet Fitness is so limited. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to getting back to that. But yeah. All right, kids. I've been just chatting. I spent, I think, like 15 minutes just spewing nothingness about DreamCon. But like I said, I got the video coming for y'all very, 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 very soon. I just got to edit it, and I'll probably be working on that for the rest of my night. Personally, I might play some video games just because I want to check out Ultron or Marvel Rivals. But I think I'm gonna edit first and see how far I get. I know it's gonna be a strenuous process, but such is the life. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you next time. This is King Echo, signing off.